spread your wings, you caught my eye and took my breath away. The record spun, the needle jumped, and my heart skipped a beat. I held you close, you had your doubts, and then you flew away. Spun your web, put your lies, thought I didn't know. Saw through your mask and your glow, cause I had to know. No more secrets, no disguise, putting on a show. You played your games, parlor magic, let your hand show. You can't get hurt by the things that you don't know, don't know. No, no, it's not you, never you, you always say it's me, me, me. But I'm gonna let the curtain fall, let it fall. Tired of always tightrope walking on your web of lies. You spin and spin, oh, you spin me in the palm of your hand, and you think you'll never lose in the game of love. You spread your pretty wings and try as you might, it'll never fly, fly, fly. Stop and listen to the sound of the beating of your stone cold heart. You spin and spin and spin me out of your life, out of your life. You turned my head, stopped my heart, and I was good as dead. We had our fun, played our games, then my world was spun. Your wings are tattered, torn to shreds, I thought you were the one. You jumped the gun, I slipped your grip, and now I've gotta run.
Hello. A post-work stream? Pretty dangerous. Here we are. What was I doing last time? Yeah, this guy wants messages in a bottle, that's right. We're helping out the town of Tombo? I remember I had some silly little name. We're helping them out. You want a message in bottle?
Ah, it's you. A fine day, isn't it?
I got a message in a bottle for you. Islwin's Chronicle of Avalon Part 2.
It's in remarkable condition. I truly appreciate it. Here's your payment. You know where?
That's decent money. That's pretty good. Did I talk to everyone here? I can't remember. Oh, I did. Just talk to you. Can I talk to you again?
Oh, I was just thinking about you. Oh. Come back.
I still have to wait. Didn't speak to you, I think.
For a moment I thought Morgan had bewitched my eyes. But no, they weren't deceiving me. You're here, and you're not one of us. I'm so glad to meet you. I'm Naughtalim, the local fillet knife master.
Meet me so everyone already knows I'm here.
Oh, yes, my child. We all know. Do you really think news in an underwater kingdom travels by sound, like it does on the surface? That would be terribly inefficient.
So how do you do it?
To wave through the depths, heard by anyone willing to listen. And most of them are afraid of you, my child. But now that I see with my own eyes, I find nothing evil about you. I'm very good at reading the intentions of deep dwellers, but you're the first toplander I've ever met. So I can only hope I'm not wrong. By the way, if you ever find yourself needing to reach the Ossuret, you'd better not. It's a dangerous place, even for deep dwellers, let alone toplanders. My dear, mark my
dear.
words.
So you're a cook?
A cook, you say? From what little I know, your cooks on the surface love using fire. Frying, roasting, smoking. Ooh, you won't see any of that down here. Oh, sure. We can heat our dishes on a geyser. I guess you could even call that cooking, but it's nothing like what you're used to. So, are you ready to learn the secrets of underwater cuisine?
Yeah. Sure, teach me your local cooking.
Very well. If that's what you want to call it. Here, take this recipe.
Okay. Can you tell me something about this place?
I can tell you everything about this place. My kitchen is the most fascinating spot in the whole realm. Have you seen the carcass of the great serpent yet? Not long ago.
Yeah.
They were the source of endless feasts. You need to understand, my child, that nothing goes to waste here. We live in perfect harmony. And that's why, when an underwater creature finds the water too heavy to bear, it gives up its body for the benefit of the rest. And that's how we have a nearly endless supply of food. Now, do you see why I'm the best cook you'll ever meet?
Does that mean you eat one another? I respect your approach. People don't need their bodies once they're gone. I'd rather rest in a cemetery than become someone's excrement. Does that mean you eat one another?
Of course we do. Why are you so surprised? What's the point of wasting good meat if the soul has already left the body? From your tone, I take it you treat your dead differently. But is it really so strange? Every place has its own customs.
Sure, I'll respect it.
I knew you were a smart beast.
Respect
I
it.
can see it in your eyes. Food is the foundation of life. Obviously, the only logical choice is to return to the community that raised you and make sure it's fed. Waste is a sin. I keep saying that.
What do you think about Hiss?
He's a slippery bastard. Well, everything is slippery here, but you know what I mean. But no one else will tell you that to your face. Everyone is afraid of him because he collects knowledge. Maybe one day he'll have enough to be let into the archive. And when that day comes, the whole village will breathe easier. Once you get into the archive, you never want to leave. So I wish him luck. Even if he is not exactly my favorite person. Oh, no.
Oh no. I'd like to see what you've got.
Of course, a top planter.
I'm pretty sure I've made all this. I'm sure my path will lead me there eventually. Any idea how to get there another way?
Quiet, or someone might hear you. I might know another way inside, but nobody can know it came from me. And you'll be using it at your own risk.
Why is the ulcerate so dangerous?
Well, to become part of our fine society, you have to prove you deserve it. We don't have room for soft-shelled wimps, in any sense of the word. If you manage to get out of the ulcerate alive, everyone knows you can handle yourself, and that you won't cause any trouble because you've already got the rebellious phase out of your system.
Looks like I have no choice. Tell me what you know.
Fine. But this stays between us. Find Crofton. He should be somewhere near the observatory. He'll show you another way into the ulcerate. Just don't mention my name. There's a reason I stopped working with him. Let's just say we stopped seeing eye to eye on some fundamental dietary values. I wouldn't go there myself. But if you must, you must.
And I must.
If you get hungry... Don't...
There's, not many people to help here.
Toplander. If you...
Oh yeah, I can help you. Huh. Wonder if I should go around this way. I'll take a peek. Take a peek this way.
I'm sad. You bring change. Saras is sinking into sorrow, and I'm sinking with it. Comfort me.
Hug the portal.
Oh, I didn't see that coming. Not that I actually felt anything, but nobody's ever hugged me before. Thank you, Toplander. My gates are open to you.
Hug the fish. Abyssal Air. That's another new type, right? Optimal dashes increases damage dealt by 33%. Dashes regenerate 50% slower. I thought this said drowning dickhead. Ugh. Ow. Whale cap. Oh, holy fuck, I just realized how tired I am. I wasn't feeling too tired whenever I came back from work initially. That's why I decided to stream. Normally I'm like fucking racked after work. That felt pretty good. Now it's like, oh, now it's hitting me. That was a lot of food. Oh, I just cooked all my seaweed for that quest. Oh well, I'll find more. Hello, waste.
Greetings, Toplander. Was it strong currents or a strong will that brought you down from above the roots? I'm Waste, formerly Saras's most efficient treasure hunter, now a merchant of its spoils.
Why'd you stop?
But let's just say I had a nasty accident that made me realize it's a path to nowhere. I didn't survive the ulcerate just to die a stupid death the moment I got outside. I used to dream of glory. But there's a point where you have to accept that dreams should remain just that. Dreams. Otherwise, one day, you'll never wake up again.
Waste is an unusual
It's
name.
the only one I've got. I hatched weak. The carers at the ulcerate didn't see much promise in me. Waste of a good egg, they'd say. Or I'd hear 'em muttering, such a waste. It stuck, even though I kept surviving, much to their disappointment. I was even allowed out of the ulcerate, and they patted themselves on the back as if I'd done it thanks to them, not in spite of them.
You didn't want to change it? Oh, the name.
No, it's not a bad name. It reminds me what not to become, and what not to do with my life. I like to think it helped me keep in balance.
So you barely survived the ulcerate and decided to become a treasure hunter? Why am I forced to say this?
Yes, hardly the safest choice, or the wisest, in more ways than one. The trouble was, even after I left the ulcerate, it didn't leave me. I still felt I had something to prove. And I did it in the most reckless way possible. Fortunately, I grew out of that. Although rather forcibly. I was nearly boiled alive in the oozing fields. It made me rethink a few choices, and not just mine. Sorry, I'd rather not talk about it anymore. Looking for bait?
Shell fragment? Kelp infusion? I mean, I guess it's all crafting stuff.
Go with the current, Top.
Huh? Oh. Use Hiss's doorknob. True home. I ain't got the seaweed, bro. boss fight. Too drunk out. These summons are really strong. Well, tanky, I should say. Their damage output isn't actually that insane. Lovely. Ooh. I can go back to speak to her again though. Increase health regen by 3 when below 50% max health. Sure. Better than 3% melee damage, I guess. And I'm looking pretty sick. Yeah. It's kind of a cool effect, but not for me. Not right now. Let's go talk to her right now. Actually, she says I'm right here.
Toplander, you've returned! Yes! So, this one was a bit tricky. I found a sealed container in a shipwreck, so I decided to look inside, right? And there was this. It has such an odd crystalline texture, but the golden color is so beautiful. I once heard a Morgan complain that the surface is too bright because of the, sun? So, I deduced that this must be the light of the sun itself, spun into crystals. Am I right?
Hey, that's honey. It's something we eat. It's sweet. You should try it. You're correct. It's a powerful artifact. I hope you've been careful with it. Hey, that's honey. It's something we eat. It's sweet. You should try it.
You eat it? And how is it made?
By bees, little creatures that collect nectar from flowers into their special stomachs and then... Actually, you don't want to know. It's not... Actually, you don't want to know. It's not the light of the sun. By bees, little creatures that collect nectar from flowers into their special little stomachs.
Stop! I think I've heard enough. So it's not the sun?
Well, the flowers grow thanks to the sun, so in a way...
I see. So, I wasn't too far off, was I? Thank you for this knowledge. I don't stay away too...
Come back in half a day. Hmm. Oh, hello. I'll steal your gubbins. Get away from that. Oh, no. No, I'm tripping out. Oh, motherfucker. What is it? One more weed of the sea. Hmm. Oh. I was like actually tripping in real life there. I thought I was gonna land on that perfectly. Just missed it. Where do you go?
For the dead man's chest and a bottle of rum. You know what you must give me if you want to crawl past.
Rum?
Now that's a worthy drink. Crawl on through, and don't forget to drink one for my health.
Oh, this is the ulcerate? Ah. So this is actually a tiny little area. I'm gonna go back. fuck was that? Back we go. Oh, why are my minions dead? I killed them. Cave. Rolfin.
I thought my eyes were deceiving me, but you really are a toplander. I should have known, should have known. No reef-bound or even scion has such meaty legs.
You just say my legs are meaty? I mean,
Yes,
they are.
they are. Not thin like a reef-bound's or wiry like a scion's. I suppose they must be strong enough to keep you on the ground, no? Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. I don't have legs myself, so I'm kind of curious about them, you know?
She said not to use her name.
Nautalume did. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I've always known she'd see reason one day. Here, take the key. The entrance is just past me.
What do you mean by Nautalume seeing reason?
I mean, the ulcerate is in shambles. I'm telling you, the whole thing is on its last legs. We needed Nautalume's help, but she was having none of it. If you ask me, it was all just excuses. She just wanted to do her own thing away from here.
Yeah, fundamental dietary values.
Like I said, excuses. We all believe the same thing. Everything belongs to the sea, and everything goes back to it. We had some creative differences, but that's all. I think she just likes to be special.
Yeah, what do you mean it's in shambles?
There used to be order to things, right? The strong preyed on the weak, and the weak learned how to survive. It worked. More or less. But now everyone wants to be the bigger fish. Everyone wants to eat, and no one wants to work for it. That's why we need every pair of hands we can get, to somehow quell this madness.
That's it? You don't want payment?
From you? Nah. I don't give a crap about knowledge. So what could a toplander have that I'd need? Don't worry about it. It's enough that you're here. Nautalume and I will settle it between ourselves. Sure. And good luck on your way in.
Okay. I guess that's that sorted. Wants me to go into cave. Don't know if I want to go into cave. Stop spitting, it's fucking rude. You can't. I don't produce ice from the floor either. You're a dickhead, mate. Frick. Holy, that hurt. Why do these things fucking hurt so much? Hello, Fionn. I thought a baby was tiring, but man, going through the beginning of toddler stage is a whole other challenge. Now they're moving and learning. I'm doing alright. Very tired today. I decided to stream after work for some reason. I was feeling like fine. Normally I'm too tired after work to stream. I was feeling fine earlier, and then it's like 20 minutes into hit and go live, I just, oh my god, the tiredness just started hitting me. But yeah, other than that, doing alright. Last year was a wacky old year, so. Well, how about yourself? How's everything with you and the family? Takes me like 4 months to finish a game now. Yeah, there's a fella I work with, and he had a kid. He had a kid in the middle of last year, and that's one thing he's noticed is his gaming has taken a sharp decline. But he's still got so many games he wants to play, but it's just like, yeah, can only play so many of them at a time now. Or only play for so long, I suppose. It's good, we moved to a new apartment. Oh, no, very nice. Oh, just before Christmas though, yeah, that'd be, it's a nice thing to be like in a new place for Christmas, I suppose. But yeah, the stress beforehand, that'd be some going. Oh shit. Nice little upgrade. Oh yeah. Alright, little cave. Why does it keep saying wraith spores at the bottom? What am I looking at? 5 rooms and a kitchen? That's it. That's what you need. Ooh, he's got the dedicated washing machine, clothes drying area. You love to see it. 2 toilets. Oh, sirens. Well, I presume those are sirens. Surprised I haven't seen any yet. Ocean view, very nice. Got one of those myself at the minute. Can he beat it? This game looks like Avowed. I could see that comparison. Yeah. It's kind of like if Avowed and something like Skyrim, but a game that had like more in-depth mechanics and like writing, I guess. I mean, the writing's definitely better in this than it is in Skyrim for sure. It's kind of like a weird indie Skyrim. It came out last year. It was very unexpectedly good, but it was very buggy. So I played it for a bit, I dropped it because I kept getting quests that were bugged, and there's a character who talks to you about various different things throughout the game who just stopped talking at one point. It said talk to him, but then just nothing would come up. So I decided to drop it till some updates and stuff were done, and a DLC came out like a few weeks ago for it, so I figured now is a good time to jump back in.
would you look at that, sisters? What a tasty little morsel, dropped all the way to the bottom without anyone's help. Aren't we lucky today?
The luckiest. But what is it doing here, I wonder? Who cares? We shouldn't be looking a gift kelpie in the mouth, should we?
I'm here on behalf of Boz. Oh, this is that quest? I didn't even realize. Only have Act 3 left of Claire Obscure, and I feel like it's telling me to now do a bunch of side quests. Yeah, I heard Expedition 33 gets pretty like side quest heavy at some points. I still need to decide whether I want to finish that game myself or just watch a playthrough of it. Because I really like the story and I really like the characters, but the gameplay just does nothing for me. And it's not that I'm like sitting here saying the gameplay's bad, it's just that sort of gameplay just is not for me. The turn-based, like, we stand in a line, you stand in a line, you know, we take turns hitting each other type thing. I like my turn-based to be a bit more, like, dynamic, like an XCOM or Baldur's Gate or something like that. So every time I try to play through it, it's always the gameplay, because it's like, damn, that was a really good cutscene with really good characters. I just want to do that again. They're referring to you as it, which is super rude. Condemn them. They really pushed the Dark Souls delayed swinging thing in Expedition 33, you know what I mean? Yes, I know exactly what you mean, yeah. The amount of times, like, you go to parry something in that game, and it just, the boss just, or the enemy just delays just that tiny little bit longer. It was so funny when Elden Ring came out. Elden Ring has so many moves that just, especially Margit at the very beginning. Well, near the very beginning. So many people, if you'd come from other Souls games, fighting him was such a pain in the ass the first time. Because he just holds so many moves just like a second longer and it throws off your timing. I think that's the worst trend from the Souls games. I could see it. It's one of those things, like, having like, I want to say grown up with the series, because I haven't really. I started with Dark Souls 2, but I suppose technically I have since then. But it's like one of those things they keep, because challenge is always such a thing for From Software games. And I think their mentality on challenge in their games is really good, because they make them challenging so that whenever you beat them, it feels like you accomplished that, instead of just, you know, blitzing through like a fight because, you know, it wasn't hard sort of thing. And I really, really like that. But to keep that idea relevant as their games keep coming out and people keep getting better at them, they have to keep like pushing it further and further. And I know with the last boss of the DLC of Elden Ring, they basically said, yeah, we think we've pushed it as far as this system can go. Like, that boss, like, that might be as far as we can go. We might have to develop a new combat system. Something like Sekiro or some shit. Basically fucks the first encounter. Yes, every new enemy in Expedition 33 is basically just meet it, die, okay, now I can actually learn the fight. Just it was really hard to do like just to just react it on sight the first time. With some of the way the enemies move. You're not gonna eat me?
Ha! Aren't you sure of yourself?
Shh, let it be. I like them a little spicy.
I'm spicy. I'm here on behalf of Boz. You have something that belongs to her.
My. Who would have thought Boz had it in her? I always knew that little thief was clever, but this is bold.
Almost a shame she was born, well, a shrimp. She might have
Shrimp.
made a fine hunter.
What are you talking about?
I'm afraid little boss hasn't been entirely honest with you. Yes, she sent you for the pearl, but we're not the thieves here. She is. Boz used the pearl to steal the last song of our dying sister as she gave herself to the sea. She had no right. What's left of our sister belongs to us and to the waves.
I see. I'll be going then. I really need that pearl. I don't care. I came here for the pearl, and I will leave with it, even if I have to kill you all. She didn't tell me about your sister.
No surprise there, but what made her send you here for it, I wonder? She had to know we wouldn't simply hand it over. Either she truly believes in your skill, or she doesn't think much of you at all.
I didn't know it was possible to steal a Morgan's voice. Okay, so they're not sirens, they're Morgans. What's on the hype list for 2026 apart from GTA 6? That's a good question, actually. Let's have a look. "2026 upcoming game releases." Yeah, that Union thing is picking up a lot more traction than I bet from Rockstar was expecting it to. I bet they were kind of hoping that would have died down by now. Let's see if there's anything for the rest of this month. Mio Memories in Orbit. I played the demo for this. It was a pretty cool little platformer. I don't know if I'll play it myself, but it's just one that worth mentioning. High Guard. This is that one that got announced at the end of the Game Awards. It definitely didn't deserve to be announced at the end of the Game Awards. But I'm always curious, and it's got people who made Titanfall and Apex on it, so I'll try it, and it's free. Cairn, if you like the recent assortment of climbing games, it's pretty cool. Played the demo. It was kind of fun. Code Vein 2, if you like anime Dark Souls. And what else we got? What else we got? Unemployment Simulator 2018. Alright, not going to look any further into that one. Ghost Gunners. For some reason that made me just think Ghost Runner, but whatever that is. Neo 3. I'm looking forward to Neo 3. The Neo games I've always liked, but they've been lacking that little bit of something. Just that little bit of something to keep me going all the way. Their level design is not great. Their level design tends to be quite bland, but the combat is fun. I never really quite liked the itemization either. But I'm curious for Neo 3. Mugenics, I'm actually really looking forward to this. Team Ninja's strongest suit ain't level design. It's true, but I feel like if they could nail that, if they could nail it, then I think Neo 3 has a really high chance of being like really, really good. Neo, I think, deserves more recognition than it gets. But at the same time, I see why it doesn't, you know. But I'm looking forward to this, Mugenics. This is the latest game by, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. McMullen? Something McMullen. But it's The Binding of Isaac. The dude who came up with who made Binding of Isaac. This is his next game, and apparently it's just absolutely fucking massive. It's a turn-based battle game. You know, like Binding of Isaac has had a extremely long-lasting impact on the gaming scene. Is the cat banging? Yes. So the whole thing about the game is that you go out on a run with like 5 cats. I think more, maybe less, I'm not sure. and then whatever cats succeed and come back basically have sex, and then create new cats based on the stats of the two cats, and now you have this third cat which may or may not have inherited like the really, really good traits from like the first two. I know you might have like a super good cat, or you might have a cat that has like horrible disabilities. But the reason that might not be such a bad thing is that Edward McMullen, I think that's his name. He's done several interviews where he said like he wants to have it so like no matter what in this game, no matter what they have, any disability, any disease, anything like that, there's always an upside to it. Because he said that like that's something he's had to deal with. Edmund McMillan's literally right there. Why am I not looking right here? But he said like because he himself has lived with several like, you know, different like sort of mental challenges and stuff like that throughout his life, but he sees them, he started to view them in ways that are like, okay, this is a disability in this way, but actually makes me really good at seeing things in this way, you know. So that's kind of like the thought process like going into it. And also he just loves shit like this. I mean, Binding of Isaac is a fucking weird game. So he was in that indie game, the movie documentary from forever ago. Maybe, I'm not sure. I did not see that myself. Right, what else we got here? Oh, Romeo is a Dead Man. I am looking forward to this one because this is being made by Grasshopper and Suda51. And Suda51 makes some crazy shit. And the announcement trailer for this looked fun. Romeo is a Dead Man. Cool title, it's cool art. I'm looking forward to that. High on Life 2. It's funny. Resident Evil Requiem, it's pretty hype. I don't really care for Resident Evil, to be honest, but I'm not a big Resident Evil guy, so I will probably watch others play that game. Unless it comes out and everyone is like raving about it, then maybe I'll try it. In March, oh, Crimson Desert. Peter loves watching me play horror games. Nice. I feel like that's a classic, you know. Like if there's someone who doesn't play games, they'll still love watching like a good horror game, you know. Crimson Desert. This is the RPG game that looks like it has every conceivable RPG mechanic put into it. And if this game comes out and it's good, I will be shocked. This game seems like complete, like, fake. Like, it feels like this game is not real until I am playing it. And even then, I'll be kind of surprised. It might have spread itself too thin with, like, too many systems, though. This game, Screamer, actually looks pretty cool. It's kind of... I don't know what type of arcade racer we're talking about. I don't know if we're talking about, like, something more speed. It's all about speed and, like, car handling, or if we're talking about something that's a bit more, like, Burnout-ish. But it's, that, you know, high-octane arcade racer with an anime kind of paint over it. So it looks really cool. Oh yeah, Dynasty Warriors 3. I'm not a Dynasty Warriors guy myself, but I was actually talking to a fellow in work. He was very excited for this. From what I understand, this is where a lot of people got their start with Dynasty Warriors. Like 1 and 2 were relatively niche, and then 3 was kind of like where a lot of people maybe jumped on. I could be wrong on that though. April, Pragmata. This is a weird one. I played the demo. It was fine. It was strange. It's, you do third-person shooting, but also while doing third-person shooting, you have to solve puzzles to weaken the enemies. So the dude in the suit, he's the dude with the gun and shooting enemies. And then the little girl, she like hacks into the robots, and then you have to do, with the right stick, you have to do like a movement puzzle. And the better you do the puzzle, like if you move it through certain nodes, then it makes the enemies even weaker, makes your damage higher. So you're trying to play a third-person shooter while also doing puzzles to weaken the enemies at the same time. It's very weird. Very weird. It's either going to come out and completely flop, and some people will like it, and everyone else will be like, whatever. Or it's going to come out and do something like totally different, and, you know, we'll be talking about it for years to come. I feel like that's most likely the first one, I'm not going to lie. Oh yeah, big RE engine. Diablo 4, DLC, whatever. Invincible versus new fighting game. Ever since getting into Tekken 8, I am definitely more interested whenever a cool new fighting game is coming out now, because I feel like I've broken that barrier of just getting into them to the point where I'm not just hitting buttons. That's cool. This could be neat. Saros, though, this is the big one. This is a big one. Unfortunately, it's only PS5 for now. So it'll be a little bit before it comes to PC, because I think Returnal took a little while, but this is made by the same people that made Returnal. And it looks like basically Returnal 2, but in a different setting and, you know, characters and all that. So that one there, very exciting. 007 First Light, that's I forgot. It got pushed back to this date. I have no strong feelings toward this game. If it comes out and everyone talks about how good it is, I will probably play it, but if it comes out and it's meh, then I will probably never touch it. Because I'm not particularly excited by James Bond. But the Hitman devs are like the perfect people to make a James Bond game, so we'll see what happens. Lego Batman. The performance in their show looks so rough frame-wise. What was it the actual game? Or was it like maybe the recording they put up? I remember there's been a few times recently where like a studio has put up like a live stream and they've just botched the stream. But also at the same time, I just wouldn't be surprised, yeah, if it was maybe looking a bit rough frame-wise. Could have maybe been showing a build from, you know, many months before that. But I don't know if Hitman, I think, performs really well, has really good performance. So I'd be surprised if they let this 007 game hinder in that way, especially considering how big a deal it is for them. Lego Batman Legacy: The Dark Knight. I am actually excited about this game, more so than I thought I ever would. So whenever I just heard, you know, Batman Legacy: The Dark Knight Lego game, I was kind of like, okay, whatever. But this game is basically like if you put all the Arkham games into one big package. Like, just had all of his rogues gallery, all of his, like, co-character, like, side characters and stuff, and then put the Arkham fighting system into a Lego game. It's nuts. What's up with Scania's Dynasty Warriors 3 remake? He's here. He's the Dynasty Warriors guy. I don't know if IO has earned my faith since their last venture outside of Hitman. It was Kanan. Jesus Christ, was that IO? I did not know that. I remember playing the demo for that on the PS3. I was talking when I first saw the trailer and they had the Arkham combat or hyped more. Wow, I buy that at 70% off. It could just be like it's kind of like whenever that Lego Star Wars saga came out, you know, and you could buy like one Lego game, but it just had fuck tons of Lego content in it. So this could be cool. This could be cool. I've got my eyes on that one. Not much left to be actually confirmed here. Phantom Blade Zero, I'm looking forward to that. It looks cool. We'll see how that goes. Gameplay for it could be really good. Could be really good. It looks very flashy from other gameplay. Looks very flashy. But need to get a feel for it myself before I would say, like, yes, I am very hype. And then we got GTA 6. GTA 6 winner of most anticipated game of the year two times in a row because it got delayed. Funny. It will just be like an event when this comes out, won't it? So much build up for it. What I'd be most interested in is if they actually have improved their like quest structure rather than just, you know, go here, do that. If you take one step outside of the boundary, mission failed, start again. Wish it was Liberty City instead. I kind of like the Florida idea. I feel like that fits. I feel like that fits GTA quite well. But I would like Liberty City. I'm calling it now. Red Dead 2 will be superior to GTA 6. I'm curious if GTA 6 is going to follow in Red Dead 2's footsteps in how into the nitty-gritty they went. With, like, cleaning your guns, and, you know, your guns had to be on your horse, and then you can only take, like, 2 off of your horse. Like, 2, like, long rifles off of your horse to take with you. And, you had to, you know, take care of your horse, and Arthur could, you know, his hair grows over time, and all that sort of stuff. I'm curious how much of that they're going to go into. If they're going to leave that as a Red Dead thing and keep GTA more arcade, or if they're just really going to go heavy on the realism side of things. Like, are we going to be fueling up our cars at petrol stations? That is the question. Does the cars' balls shrink in the winter? That's the question on everyone's lips. Story-wise, ain't making a better character than Arthur. Yeah, Arthur's a pretty great character. And then that's pretty much it. That's will I be hassled by the IRS? Almost certainly. In the game, I don't know. In terms of undated games, Ace Combat 8, I will be there. What's we got? Control Resonant, I will be there. I love Control. Control is like actually one of my favorite games like I've ever played. And I was going through the Remedy line of games so that I could play Alan Wake 2 and have all the context. And Control is by far my favorite out of that whole lot. Alan Wake 2 is a close behind. My only thing is that I'm just not the biggest fan of like survival horror gameplay. That's the only thing keeping Alan Wake 2 behind it, in my eyes. Other than that, like, absolutely incredible. There will be literally nothing else in the world released during GTA 6 week. Yeah. That's if it even comes out at this point. This could be delayed. Again. To be honest. There's already some rumblings about how it might not actually release this year either. What else we got in here? Fable. Apparently we're going to be hearing more about that at Xbox's little showcase later this month. I am curious about this one. Very curious. GTA 6 will be the next Star Citizen, just hypeware. Ooh. Interesting. A bold take. A bold take. It'd be kind of funny if it did happen. That just forever was coming out at the end of next year. Kept winning most anticipated game of the year awards. What else we got? Gothic 1 remake. I'm actually very curious about that. I know the original demo for the Gothic 1 remake was apparently really bad and people didn't like it. Mainly because of the character. But I'd like to try Gothic, and if this remake is good, I would like to try it. What else we got? Oh, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. I'm not sure why that's saying it's undated, because I'm pretty sure on Steam this has a date. But this just looks like a silly old zombie survival over the top time. You know what? I can get behind one of them every now and again. I feel like we haven't had a good one of those in a while. Like a good one. Lords of the Fallen 2. Keep forgetting about that one. I am Marathon. Oh boy, Marathon. That'll be interesting the day that drops. Hey, there's Wolverine. There's Wolverine for you, Sean. The Expanse. I don't know if The Expanse will come out this year, because Owlcat are working on a Warhammer CRPG that has entered into its like alpha testing, and they have a pretty quick development cycle for this sort of thing, especially considering they already made a Warhammer game. They're just using a lot of their assets again. I don't know if I'd expect The Expanse to come out this year, because that Warhammer one will be coming out, Dark Heresy. You've got 200 Warhammer games, leave it alone. Yeah, but the hit rate on them is so bad, so we need to keep churning them out so we get the good ones. Yeah, Marathon has some great trailers. I love the aesthetic. Like, the only reason I even have like an eyeball on Marathon and kind of hope it does well is because the aesthetic is so cool. I love the aesthetic. Also really funny how they just completely like just ripped off someone's art blatantly and were caught. And then they had that, oh my god, they had that horrible live stream where I think it was like one of the heads of like gameplay direction and like the head of the art team. Like, they did a live stream. The live stream was supposed to be them doing gameplay of the game itself, but obviously they couldn't because the plagiarism stuff came out, so they couldn't show any of that officially now. And so they just had to do this like Q&A live stream where the head of the art team just looked like he just wanted to be literally anywhere else on the planet at that time. Have you seen the trailer done by the guy that did an episode of Love, Death, and Robots? I don't think so. Maybe I have. That sounds kind of familiar, about someone from Love, Death, and Robots like working on something. What else we got here? Marvel's Tokon Fighting Souls. Horrible name. I'm looking forward to that. I think the art style on that looks really, really cool. Mortal Shell 2. The first one was like a solid 7 out of 10. Maybe 6.5. Maybe 6.5. So I'm curious to see what they learned from that. Oh, Marvel 1943 Rise of the Hydra. Is anyone, like, does anyone expect this game to actually come out? Hasn't this been, like, said it's going to come out for the past, like, 3 years or something? I feel like I keep hearing about this game forever. There's only a CGI trailer and it ain't coming in 2026. I'll be surprised if this game actually comes out, to be honest. I don't know. I just got that feeling about that one. Just got that feeling. Mouse PI for Hire, that's that one that uses the old Mickey Mouse thing that's now in I forget the word when it's not under IP restriction. What else we got? Oh, Onimusha, that doesn't have a release date yet, but that looks cool. In the public domain, that's the one. Public domain, thank you. Ontos, this is made by the same people that did Soma. I never played Soma, but now that I have seen what Soma's about, I'm interested in that. Public domain, like your mum. Fuck. That one fucking hurts, young. Fucking hell. Comes into the stream for the first time in a little bit, you know, says how we doing, and then fucking drops that on me. Too far. I think we're gonna have to ban this guy. Sorry if you hung this. It's nice knowing you. What else we got here? Oh, Outward 2. I'm looking forward to Outward 2. Outward 1 was good. Outward 1 was very good. Third-person RPG, all about the idea that it's very brutal, very punishing. You really got to learn, know your shit. The map doesn't show where you are. learn by landmarks type thing. Very fun. It'll be co-op as well, 'cause, me and Don played that. Speaking of Don, as I literally said his name, he appeared in chat. Just going through a list right now, Don, of games coming out in 2026. Wow. Right now we're in the section of games that don't have a release date yet, so we're presuming maybes. Yeah, Outward 2. That'll be fun. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time? Oh, PVKK. Yeah, this game is... I'm looking forward to this. Look at this motherfucker. This is the name of this game. Planet Invert I Digug Sang Son Nek Commandant. Definitely said that correct. Like, legitimately, I want to know. I want to play this game. We're gonna co-op Outward 2. Oh, we're definitely co-oping Outward 2. The OG Prince of Persia trilogy in HD. Done a remaster, so I could easily play them. Oh yeah, so the originals of those would be hard to play now, wouldn't they? Unless you emulate or something. That would be cool, yeah. Reanimal? I've heard about that one. I think it's what people looking forward to that one. Scott Pilgrim EX. The Skate 1.0 version. Lol, Skate 1.0. Oh, Slay the Spire 2 early access. I definitely missed out on Slay the Spire. People saying it's like one of the best roguelites out there, especially deck builders. Oh, Star Wars Zero Company and Galactic Racer, actually. I'm looking forward to Galactic Racer because I like my high-speed racing games. And Galactic Racer looks like it's going to be that. I never played any of the like Star Wars Pod Racer or anything like that back in the day. And Star Wars Zero Company, this is like it's XCOM Star Wars. If the trailer was anything to go by. So that'll be cool. I look forward to that. Hopefully that's good. If it ain't got no lightsaber, I ain't showing up. You're the problem, Fionk. You're the problem. We need Star Wars media with no lightsabers. There might be a lightsaber in that, I don't know. Maybe you get like a grey Jedi. Subnautica 2 early access. I'll be shocked if this ever happens based on the whole thing that happened with their studio. Super Meat Boy 3D. I keep forgetting about this one exists as well. It feels like a fever dream. That could be cool. Blood of the Dawnwalker. That's that game made by a lot of people who left CD Projekt Red. Making a vampire game. I wanna know what that's about. Duskbloods, the weirdest game that I'm looking forward to because it's a From Software game, but it's a fucking extraction shooter? Not shooter, but extraction type game that's exclusive to the Switch. So weird. Literally pretty much the only reason I had interest in a Switch 2. I can handle no lightsaber in my movies and TV, but in games, let me hit with glowy thing. He likes to hit with the glowy thing. To be fair, a good Star Wars game where you hit with the lightsabers and it has cool effects, very, very good. The Force Unleashed games, they were good for some just whacking people with a lightsaber. Feels weird to say whack with a lightsaber. What happened with the Subnautica studio? They got purchased, I believe it was. They got purchased by Krafton? I forget exactly what caused it all, like if they got bought out or management just changed hands or whatever. But there was this like deal that was supposed to happen where if Subnautica 2 got a certain amount of sales of early access, then everyone on the team, on the development team, got like a massive like payout. Basically like here's a reward for, you know, doing really well. And like the CEO of Crafton of their studio was trying really fucking hard to make sure that they did not have to pay that. And there was like ChatGPT logs of him asking ChatGPT if it could read the contract and find any way that he could get out of having to pay them that money. It's a mess. It's a mess. A lot of it's behind closed doors. A lot of it's like legal stuff going on, so there's a lot of details that we don't know, but it's weird. What else we got? Titan Quest 2 1.0 version. That could be cool. Another ARPG to play. The Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. That's the ones that got announced recently. That could be cool. Valor Mortis. That's the one made by some ex-Mordhau devs. Warhammer Survivors, which is Vampire Survivors, but Warhammer. I will be there. And so will Ascanius. Oh, and then funny at the end, Zero Parades. Game by Zaum. After it imploded from Disco Elysium. That'll be a curious one. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this year so far. Plus whatever gets announced. When are they doing a Warhammer dating simulator? It might be more likely than you think. I'm kind of shocked it hasn't happened already. Yeah, that's cool. Lots of stuff to look forward to. What was I doing in this video game again? I feel like I kind of forgot I was playing a video game for a second there. I really need that pearl.
Well, there is something you could do for us. And then I might consider giving you the pearl. One of the scions of the depths has made himself at home in a cave within our domain. He's alone from what we know. Only comes out now and then, picking off our weakest and
okay, so you want me to kill him?
With him ourselves, but he's been strangely elusive. Worse still, he sealed the entrance with some powerful spell.
I'd rather just kill you. Fine, for the pearl.
Worry about your life first. We'll speak of rewards when, if you come back.
Imagine how weird it would be IRL to receive a literal quest. Isn't technically work just a quest? It's just the reward comes a bit delayed. And the objectives might be more vague, you know? Depending on what your exact job is. I mean, fuck looking at it that way, but yeah. Ooh, long haul pearl. I just take that pearl back. Job's done. I feel like those like classic kid chores are you know, like parents would be like, you know, if you do the dishes I'll give you your allowance or whatever, you know. I feel like that's pretty close to a quest. Oh, what the fuck, get away from me. I imagine you trying to get a coffee at your local gas station and they start a monologue about some cave where they lost their coffee maker or something with a hint and a wink of, you should get it. in real life. It's not a cave, it's just the bin. And they do not want you to go get it. But you might get it anyway. Just the back rooms and the enemies are rats. Fighting rats at the beginning of your RPG again, I see. Rats, crabs, or wolves? Pick one. That's what you're fighting. Ooh, I'm under the water. Literally the first quest in Baldur's Gate, I realized. Oh, Baldur's Gate 1. Go into like a cellar and kill some rats. Never played Baldur's Gate 1 myself. It's one of those, like, if I had infinite time, I would love to get around to it at some point. Planescape Torment, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Neverwinter Nights, Knights of the Old Republic. Huh? Oh, am I just fighting this dude right now?
You stink of fear. Theirs and your own. Good. Good. I will devour you and your fear, and grow stronger for their coming.
Here's a question: if you delete a game from memory and play the fresh game, what game would you pick? Oh, the classic question. So Bloodborne's like my favorite game of all time. But in terms of sheer like scale, and even though I was expecting it to be incredible, it still surprised me with how incredible it was. I would probably pick Elden Ring and its DLC. If I can be cheeky and now include both of them. Although they are, you know, it's a complete package now. I would probably pick Elden Ring and the DLC. Like, playing those for the first time were just absolutely incredible. Especially the base game of Elden Ring. The amount of times the map just got bigger. The amount of times you got to a point and you're like, okay, in any other Souls game, I'd be like done. Or I'd be like approaching the end. And then the map just goes, fuck you, I just got twice as big. Also, fuck you, there's entire underground sections. Also, fuck you, here's this floating ruins that are floating over here that aren't like attached to the land on the map, and you'll get there later. Like, that was an incredible experience. Elden Ring was so good. Like like if anyone ever asked me like what Souls game should I play first, it's just Elden Ring. Like, it just has to be Elden Ring. Like I said, Bloodborne will be my favorite just because I just love the aesthetic and I love the combat. I think the combat is just so visceral and fast-paced, and the gun for the parrying and the fast healing and just the pace of it all, like, I love that so much. The music of Bloodborne is just completely unmatched. I don't think they've ever done it even close to as good. And like I said, the aesthetic is just mwah, chef's kiss. I both love and hate that about Souls games as well, but I took a wrong turn and added 5 hours to the game. Yeah, I can understand that. If that's not exactly like sort of thing you're looking for, I can understand that, like, hey, I'll just go over here and check this out. Oh, that's an entire other way that's gonna take like hours to do. Oh, I'll go this way. Oh, that's an entire other way that's gonna take hours to do. Oh, I'll go over here. Oh, that's an entire other way that's gonna take hours to do. I can understand why that can annoy some people for sure. I just whenever Elden Ring came out, I think I just played it for 2 weeks straight. I streamed it, the whole thing. I streamed it. I literally just woke up, turned on stream, played Elden Ring until I literally just couldn't like keep my eyes open anymore, and I went to bed. I was gone. I was completely engrossed. Bloodborne is the best fashion. Elden Ring was not fashion peak though. It doesn't have the mixing and the matching that other Souls games have had in terms of its fashion. I think it's got some really, really, really cool individual armor sets. Some really standouts. But yeah, there's a lot in there that's like, you know, it's alright. It's alright. Shout out to Dark Souls 2 though. If it weren't for Bloodborne, I would be saying Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 has a lot of really cool armor sets that actually mix and match really well. I remember getting excited for Bloodborne coming out, and I made like a Bloodborne sort of like cosplay character in Dark Souls 2, and played through a playthrough of Dark Souls 2 as like a Bloodborne man, based on like just, you know, having the gun and the basic outfit and stuff. You're the one terrorizing the Morgans.
The Morgans think they own fear. So fond they are of sowing it in mortals above. I only let them taste what they themselves have planted. They call themselves devourers, yet they too will soon be devoured. All will tremble, all will end when they walk this forsaken reality.
Yeah, okay. Whose coming are you talking about?
The past, the present, the future.
Alright, bro, we gotta kill you.
They shall rule where others now pretend to rule. Even the so-called terror of the sea will fall before them. And I shall serve as their herald and their hand.
I don't suppose we can talk this through, can we?
No, we cannot. I do not waste my breath on vermin.
Why didn't you attack me right away?
Be glad. To die now is mercy.
Yeah, okay. Oh! Oh! You cheeky bugger. Oh my, okay. Okay, this guy ain't fucking around. I like that in Dark Souls 3 with a 6 scythe. Could probably choose a more meta weapon, but I thought the scythe looked cool. Scythes always look cool. I've always played the Soul games with fashion over meta, for sure. It's funny, everyone says that about this game. It is so true. The music is very Witcher 3. It's really, really good. There's some tracks go so fucking hard in this game for like no reason. Sometimes you'll just be wandering around and you just be like, bang, here's the fucking greatest Witcher 3 sounding ass song you've ever heard. Can I get out of the water here so I can save? Alright, quick save there, lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna use a katana because my inner weeb needs feeding. Get the Uchi Katana at the earliest possible convenience. Keep the minion in between me and him. Fucking hell. Hit him with the big ball. Thank God for summons. This will be a really hard fight. Big ball. Tides rise. Increase mana regeneration by 5 when mana is 50% or higher. Effect is increased while Tides Rest is equipped. Oh, Tides Rise and Tides Rest. I have Tides Rest? No. Or maybe I do. It's not bad. If I was doing a dedicated like mage build, that would be absolutely massive. Although it's starting to get to the point where summons are so mana dependent that I kind of almost need to be. Alright, job done. Herald of Fear, dead. Dead as fuck. Just brine wall shield. Oh, that's the second one of these I've got, and I still hate the flavor text or the effect text. Successful blocks make targets wet. Kill them.
Oh, what a sweet little treat you are.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So I had relations with a Tide Wraith and then she died. I thought you could tell me what happened.
Let me be sure I understand. You mated with a Tide Wraith?
I don't think so.
What? What?
What?
Hush, sisters. I am honored you came to us with this, mortal.
Oh, I am delighted!
I have not had a good laugh in a while.
Who knew mortals could be so entertaining?
What's so funny about it?
Ah, little mortal. Among the denizens of the deep, it is well known that tide wraiths are not... How should I say it?
You mated with a plant.
I
Nice.
thought they were fungi.
Enough. What I meant is that tide wraiths are not truly sentient like us or you. They feed on memories and strong emotions, then shape those feelings to lure new victims.
Thank you for... Oh.
From what I've heard, they can be very convincing, and you are not local. Don't be too hard on yourself. You couldn't have known.
Yet, how have you survived this long?
It's a miracle.
A camera whipping. Thank you.
You are welcome,
Fuck the
mortal.
plant, I guess.
I am glad to help.
Very glad. I hope it wasn't the last time we could help.
Yes, yes. If you do something foolish again, do tell us about it.
One more thing. Here, take this. The spores it released should not be toxic for you, but better safe than sorry.
Oh, thank you. I got rid of the scion and sealed what he was trying to wake.
Wake? I see.
Alan,
You've done well.
wake.
Nothing that slumbers in the depths should ever be woken. Those creatures, they are devourers. Not even the ocean could hold them.
Not devourers.
Here, the reward I promised. Just make sure it's cared for.
You're giving me the pearl?
Our lost sister's song, in exchange for the lives of the sisters still with us. Seems like a fair trade, doesn't it?
I mean, they seem kind of dead on. Maybe Boz did just lie to me. But I also... No, you keep it.
Really? You are a strange mortal. Most of your kind only want, few are willing to give. Very well. Thank you for your generosity, but we cannot let you go unrewarded. Here, take this instead. And visit us if you like. I promise we won't bite.
Speak for yourself.
Slip away while you still can, my sweet.
Slip away. A discreet remedy. For plant STDs, I guess. Alright, I'm actually gonna leave it there. I know it's been a short stream, but I'm actually really tired. A lot more tired than I thought. And also I put the heating on earlier, and I always forget how warm this room can get with the two PCs. So now I'm just really warm and really tired. And yeah, that's not conducive to good video gaming. But it's just under 2 hours. It's not the worst. I was like near falling asleep like half an hour in. I was struggling to keep the eyes open. It's quite funny. But yeah, thanks for watching. Should be another stream tomorrow, all going well. But you know how it is. We'll see. See you then.